Hey guys, what's going on? I always give myself really bad excuses why not to make videos. I figured why not make this the first one. I am currently in a hospital in Incheon Airport. You can see my IV, my sweet Korean tattoo, and the IV up there. I want to talk about immunity real quick. I'll make it brief because I want to definitely get to sleep before my flight, and I'm sure I'm bothering other people. So, I have a stomach virus, and my body reacted the best way it knew how, which was to stop processing food as if I had received the poison. So I had breakfast about 5 o'clock this morning. Let's just say it didn't process at all, and that ended up leaving my body a few hours later. So my body had a immune reaction to the virus. Uh, and I'm going to follow this up with a much better explanation of immunity to change, but want to give you that information from the hospital. Peace out. Hello, uh, it's Adam. I'm back in the U.S. and I feel so much better. Uh, Hopefully, you understood the fact that I had a stomach virus and that I was not feeling well, and that my body had an immune reaction to something. But as I promised, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about immunity change. And I'm on Harvard's campus right now. You can kind of see some of the buildings around me. And it's not too far away from here that I first was exposed to immunity change by Dr. Bob Keegan. And it was in his adult development class I started learning about this and then pursued more study of it later. But the idea behind it is that we have certain blocks and certain things that prevent us from taking action. Some of our goals we want to achieve so desperately, so badly, but yet so often we find ourselves, just as we're putting one foot on the gas pedal, we also find ourselves pushing one foot on the brake to slow us down, even though it's something we really want to achieve. And this is the first symptom that your psychological immune system is going to work. Because just like our biological immune system, which seeks to keep us safe, our psychological immune system also works to keep us safe too. It works to keep us from getting hurt. And so often, when we have these really important goals that we have and we stop ourselves from achieving them, it's just our psychological immune system showing us symptoms that that's what's going on. Now, the immunity change system is brilliant in that it helps us, one, identify what are those behaviors that we're taking to stop us from achieving our goal, and then analyzes them, shows us what are our fears that promote those different behaviors to take place. Why is it that you're watching this YouTube video instead of going out and doing what you want to achieve? Turn it off. Stop watching me. Go do and achieve what it is you want to succeed. Now, if you're still with me, I'll keep going. But it's this idea that we have these fears, these things that develop based off of our experiences. Sometimes there are things that we really should be afraid of, like don't touch a hot pan, and others that we shouldn't. Don't speak up against something you believe in, because in your past you've been shot down because of it. That's not only an aspect of our psychological immune system, but that's what stops most people from taking leadership roles. Now, our fears develop into hidden commitments. Now, it's these two things working against each other. You have your goal that you want to succeed at, but then you also have your fear that you want to make sure doesn't happen, and that's your hidden commitment. And that hidden commitment is that foot pressing down as hard as it can on the brake to stop you from taking action, because it doesn't want you to get hurt. Now, working through this, the next level is understanding the assumptions. What assumptions must your internal psyche, what assumptions must your mind have that makes those hidden commitments so fearful, that makes those hidden commitments have a chance of actually coming true? And it's once you understand those assumptions that you can start weeding out which ones are the real ones and which ones are the ones that don't make sense and that you need to dispel. Now, through this process, it's also about testing those assumptions through understanding which assumptions are correct, which assumptions you should keep, and which assumptions that you'll learn are not accurate, that you can get rid of. And it's only from taking these steps and from challenging those assumptions, testing them, researching them, understanding if they are something that you want to spend the rest of your life believing in, or something that you realize that is something you're going to leave for this moment in your life, and the next moment of your life, you're going to have a better understanding and a more real understanding of how the world works to help you get and achieve what you want to achieve.